Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to the special Picks of the Month edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This is our Picks of the Month video for August 2021, and it does go out to the gold patrons first, so by the time you see this on YouTube, it could be about 24, 48 hours later. Some of the prices might have shifted a little bit, but I'm not expecting big changes for the cards we're talking about today. So what are we talking about today? Well, 10 spirits that you might want to pick up before Innistrad Midnight Hunt is revealed. And the reason I decided to go with spirits is because we know there's 2 Innistrad sets coming. Traditionally, spirits have been one of the key tribes, but people kind of forget about them. They think about the zombies. They think about, of course, the vampires, the werewolves. But I'm here to say, don't sleep on those spirits. We're going to talk about 10 today that are mostly within the white and blue colors, although there is one exception to that, which you're going to see later in the video. And I went in that direction because traditionally, when we look at past Innistrad sets, those are the colors that the spirits and the spirit support tend to fall in. Now remember, in addition to the actual sets, Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, there's also going to be commander decks, and one of the commander decks that's coming with Crimson Vow is called Spirit Squadron. Sounds like a Spirit Tribal deck to me. There is also a Spirit Pioneer Challenger deck coming next year, and I did stay away from the cards being reprinted there. So quickly, before we get into the details, just a fast reminder, if you go to FlipsideGaming.com, you can use the Heroes promo code to save 10% on orders over $10. Currently, you can pre-order Innistrad Midnight Hunt products there. They also have a whole lot of other things on their website. Remember, if your order is over $100 or it consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And whenever you use the promo code, it does support the channel, which is always appreciated. So thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into it. If you watch this video series, you know the purpose of this is not getting rich quick. I'm not expecting you to go out there and buy tons of copies of these cards because I don't think that's really going to pay off for you. But if any of these cards have been on your wish list for a while and maybe you've been putting them off, this is just a nice reminder to say there's a chance they could be going up in value to some degree in the coming weeks and months. So you may want to consider them. It's important to note that these are not gameplay videos. We are looking at cards with growth potential, not necessarily the best cards for any given deck. Remember though, reprints happen all the time. We could see some of these cards reprinted in the not too distant future. You just never know nowadays. With that being said, let's look at the cards in color pie order, beginning with Myojin of Cleansing Fire. This is at $3.30. Most of the cards in this video today are pretty affordable. Sometimes I skew a little more expensive in these videos, but today we're going a little lower. First off, a warning about this card. We just found out that we are going to be returning to Kamigawa in a set coming up called Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It's a futuristic look at Kamigawa, but there's a good chance, you know how Wizards does things, there could be a subset of Kamigawa reprints there. So just keep that in mind, but I do think this is still cheap enough that if you spent $3 on it, you wouldn't feel too bad if it got reprinted. Now, this whole cycle is very solid in Commander Spirit decks, and they do have higher casting costs. It's not for every deck and every strategy, sure, but a lot of players do like using these. One of the more popular Spirit Commanders is Okagachi Vengeful Kami, and you can find this in those builds a lot of times. Next, we have Oyobi, who split the heavens. At just $1, another cheap pickup. Again, if this gets reprinted, you won't feel too badly about that. Casting cost is a bit high again, but it is a durable spirit and it creates sizable spirit tokens. This is another one you might find in commander builds like Okagachi Vengeful Kami or Hofri Ghostforge. Next we have Windborn Muse, and there's already been 5 printings of this. The most recent one is very affordable, but check this out. The Legion's copy is $5.85. The one from 10th edition, $5.57. The Commander copy, $5.03. The one from Commander 2016 is $3.97, and our most recent printing from Commander 2021 is only $1.25 right now. This is a spirit, it can show up in Spirit Commander builds, but there is a lot of crossover appeal with this card because it is also good in Pillow Fort decks too. It's found in a variety of different Commander decks, including Brina the Demagogue, Kineo Sentiro of Meletus, Zedru the Great-Hearted, and much more. This next card also came from the Kamigawa block. It was also part of a cycle there. This is Yosai the Morning Star. $2.76 for the original one from Champions of Kamigawa. Also, you can get the Modern Masters one for $2.50 or the Iconic Masters one for $2.01. These Dragon Spirits can be found in a number of different Commander Spirit builds. This one many times shows up again in Okagachi Vengeful Kami, Hofri Ghostforge, Karador Ghost Chieftain, but it's also in other builds like the Dragon, Kali of the Vast, and more. And here's another card from that cycle. This is Kaiga the Tidestar, the Champions of Kamigawa copy at $4.49, the Modern Masters copy at $3.95, and the Iconic Masters copy at $3.72. Of course, this is good in Commander Spirit builds as well. You'll find this in Okagachi, Vengeful Kami, but it's also in a lot of other different Commander builds. Bolo Guide to Monsters, that's a newer one. Oromi of the Dead Tide, the Dragon, and Nihilor. Next we have another card that originated in the Kamigawa block. Kira Great Glass Spinner, the copy from Betrayers of Kamigawa is at $7.90. The one for Modern Masters at $6.95. And the one that came out from Jumpstart not too long ago is at $5. This one is a little more expensive, but it's also in a variety of Commander decks, like Inia's the Gale Force, Kumina Tyrant of Araska, Min Wily Illusionist, and much more. It doesn't just have to be in a Spirit deck by any means. Myojin of Seeing Winds. This is at $4.10, another part of the cycle that we saw a piece of earlier. And this is another good Spirit card for Okagachi, of course, but falls into other Commander builds too. Joda Archmage Eternal, who tracks the Praetor's Voice. This is also a fairly popular Commander too. We'll move into some multicolor now with Geist of St. Traft. We have that original Innistrad version at $3.30. The one in the middle only comes in foil. You'll find this one in dual decks, Blessed versus Cursed. It's at $2.76. And the more recent copy from Double Masters is at $2.54. Now, this is a Spirit. It's not necessarily a card you see all the time in Spirit builds, but I do think with a little more Spirit support to boost this card, you could start to see it in more Commander Spirit decks. Now, with that being said, this card does get modern play. You'll find this in Sign of the Draco builds now. It also has been a good upgrade to one of the new Adventures in the Forgotten Realms Commander decks, and that's Aura of Courage. I've also seen a lot of people putting this in fresh builds around Galia, Kindler of Hope from there. Additionally, this is used as a commander and part of the 99 of some builds too. Okay, you know it had to be here. Okagachi Vengeful Kami at $10.28 only comes in foil. The only card today that has more colors in it other than just white and blue. And remember, this is also a dragon in addition to being a spirit. You will find this in the very popular dragon builds in Commander right now that got pushed because of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This is in the Dragon. It's in Tiamat. But like I said, it is a popular Commander too. Great for spirit builds. Also, it's in the 99 of a lot of other decks too. And our last card's a pretty cheap one. Ranar the Ever-Watchful, 74 cents. You can find this in the Phantom Premonition Kaldheim Commander deck. That foil copy is about the same price right now, only 75 cents. So this isn't strictly a card that wants to be in Spirit Tribal builds, but with more support coming for the Spirit Tribe potentially in these colors, there could be a little bit of a price increase here. Again, remember, cards that come from those Commander builds do see a pretty hefty printing, so I wouldn't expect this to go through the roof or anything like that. But if you can grab a copy now for under $1 as opposed to $2, $3 down the road, I'd say make sure you got one in your collection. When it comes to current gameplay, of course, this is a popular Commander. It's also in the 99 of builds like Vega the Watcher, Brago King Eternal, Kaikar Wind's Fury, Rune of the Hidden Realm, and more. Alright, that's going to do it for the August 2021 Picks of the Month. However, join us this weekend for our regular episode of The Market Watch, where we deep dive into everything that's happening in the secondary market. Until then, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page, as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.